Oh yeah, team! What is going on? I am Steve Klintberg-Nodge. I'm coming to you live from Treaty 7 territory, right here in Mohkinstsis, the confluence of the Bow and the Elbow Rivers, on the eastern edge of the Rocky Mountains, in the land commonly known as Calgary, Canada. We are going to have a fancy fun time in this 30-minute Stronger Together class. We already got this. We got the team going on. Frost coming in from Denmark, Alaska Chris coming in from the US of A, and I'm just going to assume from Alaska. You know, if you were Alaska Chris, but you were coming in from Delaware, I'd be like, we maybe have to update the rap name. Okay, cool. Rock and roll, team. It's good. It's good. Oh, yeah. Whew. Okay, we're at resistance level 1, just flat road right now. Let's do a quick body check and especially a butt check. Get those sits bones, the bony protrusions at the base of your pelvis, attach them in, wiggle them around so that they are attached in to the widest part of your saddle. You can be up off the handlebars right now, extend the spine upward, ground the pelvis down into those sits bones, into the saddle, extend up, drop the shoulders. Stay here. You can chicken wing it if you like for a moment. Keep those fingers nice and light on your shoulders and just kind of flap it out. We're not learning how to fly in this class, unfortunately. I tried that insurance conundrum, I tell ya. But we can chicken wing it all we like. Just sort of open up. Oh, you can do this slow or fast. Open up the shoulders, but at the same time, open up the rib cage. Yo, Shannon, what is going on? Yes, Shannon coming in from interior BC. I love it. We got Chris coming in from Alaska, and of course Frost all the way from Denmark. Beauty. Okay. Oh, just do one last extension up with those chicken wings, opening up the side of the rib cage, and give yourself 2 big breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Expanding the rib cage in all directions as you do it. Okay, drop the chicken wings, drop the fingers down. You can jazz hand it if you like. And then roll vertebra by vertebra, just so that you get a good extension through the spine. We're not coming all the way down. We just want to feel things opening up between each vertebrae along the back. You can keep pedaling nice and slowly and then come back to neutral. What we're really trying to do is open up everything in the chest cavity and the core, because today's class is very much focused on pushing our functional threshold power, our FTP envelope. So we're going to be pushing ourselves past the threshold of our aerobic capacity, what we can do with our lungs, with oxygen, with our heart beating and pumping blood, oxygenated blood, out to all of the muscles, and then pulling away the waste product and exhaling it. We're going to be pushing that envelope and getting into what quick energy we can use that the muscles can pull in right away. So, in order to support and push that envelope as high up as possible, we want as much breathing and oxygenation capacity, our volume of oxygen maximum, our VO2 max. So, opening up the chest, all of this, is to allow ourselves as much volume in the lungs to bring in that oxygen. All right, shake it out, keep pedaling through. You can do some extra shoulder rolls, and then hinging at the hips, come forward onto the handlebars, fingers nice and light on here. We're going to go through a body check, make sure that we're in a good position, because in just about a minute, we rock and roll into our first FTP push. Fingers light. Find a good position for your hands on the handlebars, and I want this to be your maximized position. So I often talk about, I like this as a nice comfy one, but then when I bring my hands out a couple of inches and go into the creases of my palms, brings my elbows down and in. It puts a bit more weight into my triceps here, so it is easier to get tired, but I end up getting faster because my chest is able to come slightly further forward, and this center of weight is right over where my knees are tracking at the top of the pedal stroke. So find that correct position for yourself there. Wiggle your butt around, get your sits bones into the correct position on the saddle, on the widest part of the saddle, extend the spine, bring the chest forward, and then double check that your knees are tracking directly forward and back. Not riding a horse, and as we've said before, you're not having to pee. Okay, and then the heels on your feet drop down. Feet flat and parallel to the floor. Team, I hope you're in the right position because we've got 5 minutes on the clock. Boom. Take it up to resistance level 2. Should be a good incline. This is your endurance zone. You could be a little bit shy of your normal resistance level 2 at the moment as you get yourself into the feel of increasing speed into the yellow zone. We're aiming at 100 to 105 RPM for the duration of this clock. This is really that zone that we train, pushing for as much wattage, as much power as we can out of each pedal stroke. That means a good, solid downstroke action complemented by a good upstroke action. Core has to be engaged, but it's not tight. We're not posing for a muscle magazine here. It is all about flexibility and big areas of movement so that we can support. Shannon, you might be posing for a muscle magazine. I'm not quite sure. But right now, focus on pedal strokes. Push, pull. Focusing forward. And if you're not quite at your maximum resistance level 2 capacity, add a little bit of extra resistance. 100 to 105. You can see that right now I'm in a red zone, so I am balancing out by adding a bit more resistance. Beautiful pacing, everybody. I love it. Yes. 3.5 minutes to go. Focus through. Looking brilliant. And team, we're already at 16.9 kilometers racked up together today. And we're barely into this class. That bodes very well for Train for Water. Every kilometer means money in the coffers for water.org. The more we train this week, the more money gets donated. Oh yeah. Yes, team. Keep pressing it. Great pacing. Holy smokes. I love it, love it, love it. Halfway there. FTP, functional threshold power, is the typical measure that we use to see basically how hard we can ride for typically an hour. So the measure is, what is the maximum average wattage we could pump out for an hour on the bike? Wattage is the measurement of power. And here, oh man, I'm going hard, talking physics and math, even though it's really simple. So power, it's just a function of force times velocity. On the bike, force is more or less equivalent to our resistance level. And velocity here on the bike is our RPMs, revolutions per minute, our cadence. We multiply those, we get our power output. As we increase our velocity, so if we add 1 to 2 RPM, power output goes up. If we add a little bit more resistance, power output goes up. If we can manage to increase both cadence and resistance, power output goes way up. So that's what we're training here. Pumping as much power through the pedals as we can. Oh yeah, team. 45 more seconds. Keep it strong. Keep it going on. And we train in the 100 to 105 zone because even though it's a fast pace, and I've said many times, I often, especially in my ski racing days, I was much lower pace, much higher resistance. But 100 to 105, we get the benefit of the momentum of the bike and the wheel. There we go, team. Oh, how was that feeling? Basically, 100 to 105 is an efficient place to be. Okay, we're gonna get a little bit of recovery at resistance level 4. Come out of the saddle, R4. Hands come forward, elbows down and in. Spine elongated. Drive those knees forward towards the handlebars. Yeah. Y'all like recovery at resistance level 4, right? High resistance, big climb. This is how we do it. Again, today, it's all about pushing that power. Yeah. Chris, you got big mountains and big oceans to scale up there. So you gotta be strong. We're doing this expressly for you today. If you hadn't come into this class, Chris, Shannon and Frost and I would have just been napping, but all for you. 30 more seconds. That's how we do. Keep pressing it through. Inside 10 seconds. 3, 2. Back in the saddle. Reduce resistance to R3. Keep pedaling, but it can be slow right now. It can be gray zone. Grab a little water, recoup. We got a big boost coming up. Okay, solid resistance level 3. We're setting our pace, essentially. We're gonna go through multiple segments that each get shorter and shorter. But we're gonna see how much power we can output during that time, or at least what cadence we can hit. So, resistance level 3 throughout the whole thing. We're gonna start with 60 seconds. I want you to hit the highest pace you possibly can. Then we get a quick little reprieve, then 45 seconds, then 30, then 15. Each time we sprint it. All right, team? Make a bit of sense? We'll get into it. 60 seconds going on the clock. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Fastest pace you can maintain throughout this whole thing at resistance level 3. If you have a power meter, check out that wattage. It's got to be jumping off the charts. Oh yeah. If you don't have a power meter, don't worry. How does your body feel? Oddly enough, in scientific studies, when it comes to physical throwdowns, subjective analysis, like your self-reported how hard that felt, it's actually remarkably accurate. So, go for pace. 3, 2, 1. Quick reprieve. Keep the body in motion. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, Frost. Okay, team, we go again. 45 seconds this time. Still at resistance level 3. 3, 2, 1. Sprint. Push and pull. Check the body, check the spine. Final 10. 3, 2, 1. Body in motion. If you need, just pedal it out. Yeah, team. Okay. This one's quick. Final one. 15 seconds. That's it. Big push. 3, 2, 1. Keep it going through the music transition. 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Quick hydration. And when you can, resistance level 4. We recover out of the saddle. There's a beast, eh? There's a beast. I don't care too much right now about your pacing. Just stay in motion. Out of the saddle at R4. Elongate the spine. Calm your body.
Now give me the beat.
Frost and Shannon. Wicked continued effort. Chris, brilliant. Oh yeah. Let's bring it solidly into this blue zone. 35 more seconds. Okay, with resistance level 3, we just did that power max push. We're gonna go for a cadence max push. Each time, resistance level is gonna switch. I'll call it out. But we are going again for highest cadence we can at each level. Okay, team. Back in the saddle. Resistance all the way off. R1, flat road. Flat road. Breathe through it. Get your body back in position. Sits bones on the saddle. Spine elongated. We sprint at R1 for 30 seconds. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Stabilize with the core. We're going into a red zone. We have essentially no weight on the wheel, no resistance. So you've got to use your body and your muscles to stabilize those joints, those knees. Keep your heels drop down so your foot is flat and parallel to the floor throughout. If you don't stabilize with the core, your joints are gonna get pressure trying to whip off the bike. Oh, there we go, there we go. That's the end of that clock. Slow the pace, but find resistance level 4. We're staying in the saddle on this one, R4. In 10 seconds, we sprint for 30 seconds. It's coming up quick. Okay. 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds, R4 sprint. Big power. Push, pull, push, pull. Halfway through the clock. Three, 2, 1. Down to resistance level 2, R2. Endurance zone, bit of incline, gravel road. R2. Yeah, team. Keep pedaling. 30-second sprint at R2 starts in 7 seconds. 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds, let's go. Team, we're already at 44.4 kilometers together. Chris, that's gotta be like, I don't know, 3 miles, whatever the conversion rate is. Yeah, team, press this through. Spine elongated, elbows down and in. Nice job. 3, 2, 1. Wow, team. That was good. Resistance level 3. This is our final sprint. R3, going for 30 seconds, just like everything else. Coming up in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Push it. Resistance level 3. Sprint. 10 more seconds. Push and pull. 3, 2, 1. Oh, team. Oh, yeah. Can you see that clock already? 5 minutes. This, we started with an FTP endurance segment. We're ending with this FTP endurance segment. Hydrate if you need, but we're already on the clock. We're resistance level 2. 100 to 105 RPM. That's our goal. Pushing this thing. Grab some water. Speed up the legs. Fill the lungs. Rusi, yo, welcome to your first class. So glad to have you. And coming in from the UK, no less. Wicked cool. We got a bit of Commonwealth going on. I'm Steve. I'm here in Calgary, Canada. Shannon is in British Columbia. Frost is in from Denmark. And Alaska Chris, believe it or not, is in from Alaska. So, yeehaw. Welcome. Rusi, since this is your first class, you've come in on a doozy, but you obviously already know the emojis. That is rad. And you're already in a yellow zone, pumping 97 RPM. I love it. It's exactly where we want you to be. If you see the clock at the top of your app screen, we have 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in a functional threshold power endurance zone. So, you're in a perfect perfect cadence level. We're aiming at a yellow zone right where you are. 100 to 105 is our target. We're officially into the final 6 minutes of this class. That's what Shannon is throwing down the peace and pride. Oh yeah, team. But Rusi, we're at resistance level 2. So resistance level 1 is a flat road. Resistance level 2 feels like a bit of an incline. This is where we spend our time in endurance zone. We've got 2.5 minutes left to push it. Really good work. Joining up fast. Yeah, Chris. Good pace. Okay, team. Double check body position. Sits bones on the widest part of the saddle. Yeah, Rusi. Knees moving freely. and no undue pressure on the joints. Heels of our feet drop down so the foot is parallel to the floor throughout the whole pedal stroke. And we get rid of the Quasimodo. We extend the spine, chest forward, center of the chest, center of mass, over top of where the knees are tracking at the top of the pedal stroke. 90 more seconds. That's it before our cool down. Push it, team. We've racked up 55 kilometers together today. Elbows down and in. Yeah, Rusi. Yes, Shannon. Good stuff. Chris, you got it. That is nice 98. One minute. 60 seconds left. Once again, this is our functional threshold power push. We started the class with one. We're ending it with this one. All about maxing out our wattage. So, if you can add 1 to 2 RPM, do it. If you can add 1 to 2% of resistance, do it. 30 seconds left. I know we're tired from all the high resistance sprints today, but we got it. Breathe it out. Push that VO2 max. Push our aerobic capacity. 15 seconds. Give everything you can. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Resistance all the way off, team. Keep pedaling. Beautiful. You can press up off the handlebars. Keep pedaling. Keep motion. Rusi, well done. Joining in. Coming right into the fray. I love it. Shannon, brilliant stuff. Chris, oh yeah. Go swim in those big waves. I don't know. Cool down. Frost. That is nice. Okay, 10 more seconds to just chill and hydrate. Oh yeah. All right. Water bottles down. Elongate the spine. Just kind of jazz hand those fingers up. Give yourself a little tippy tap. Keep shoulder blades dropped. Reach the hands way up. Nice amount of room between your ears and the arms, and your ears and your shoulder blades. Reach up and over to get a stretch along one side of the upper body. It might radiate down into your hip a little, maybe even into the glute, up through the shoulder, but keep the shoulder blade drop back and down. And we're not collapsing over, we're reaching up and through. Back to neutral, come over to the other side, repeat the process. Breathe here as you do it. And back to neutral. Arms drop down. We're thoroughly into the final minute of our class. Slow the pedal strokes. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Feet are parallel to the floor and the same height as each other. If it's safe on your bike setup, come forward, drop your heels down, and rest your forearms onto your handlebars, extending your spine and pulling your pelvis back. With a slight bend in both of your knees to save the knee joint there, you're gonna feel a nice big stretch all along the posterior chain of muscles. Team, Motosumo has so many good on-demand stretching and strength classes. Just find them on the app. They vary from like 5 minutes to 45 minutes or even longer, I think. Find something that works for you, get a bit of an extra stretch, pedal it through to the other side and continue. Rusi, such a joy to have you in your first class. Chris, brilliant. Frost, Shannon, such a pleasure. I'll see y'all soon.